As viewers know, the County Council reimposed the largely symbolic mask mandate on Saturday, November 19th. Ironically, the District of Columbia, Mayor Muriel Bowser announced the end of the DC mask mandate tomorrow, on Monday. Phil, according to the CDC, wearing a face mask and being vaccinated are the best ways to slow the spread of the disease. But there are separate studies that show that mask wearing by itself is only 10% effective in spreading the spread. What are we doing here?
So, you and the rest of our viewers have heard me say it over and over again. It's not that masks are 10% effective. It's that they're 0% effective, because if there were, again, we would have long since been done with COVID. If lockdowns would have worked, we'd have been done. If masks would work, we'd have been done. So there's no benefit. There is a danger here. And the danger is that when this so-called dimmer switch, which is what this strategy is implemented, you're going to end up with people and businesses simply taking these measures into permanence. And the permanence of a lot of these measures is what's harmed us as a society. Think about for a second, especially as we talk about here on this show, about the acrimony between the right and the left. How can you start to understand your fellow human being when you can only see half of their face? Or you're only seeing them through the TV or the computer like we are. We need to end this, not only because it's annoying and ineffective, but also because it's helping to further divisions, and that is going to create long-term damage to our society.
So, Nancy, I call this a kabuki theater, mainly because, as we all know, you walk into your favorite restaurant that has the tables sufficiently distanced from one another. And as soon as you sit down, you rip off your mask and you sit there for 45 minutes to an hour with unmasked, except, if you get up to go to the restroom. Isn't this just, for a show? I mean, the county has 79% of its county residents have been vaccinated with at least one shot.
I don't think it's so easy. And my experience has been interesting. My experience since when they went into the mode where there's no mask requirement, most people wearing masks. And I think that we're talking about Montgomery County, Phil, not, your national or statewide issues. Montgomery County people are by and large very health conscious. And I don't think they'd pick a fight over all of this. Now, it's not perfect. Geez, Austria just initiated a lockdown today. The whole world is mixed up over this. It is not easy. And so I think it's not fair to pick a fight with the Montgomery County Council. They're trying to do the right thing, employing some standards. Nothing is perfect, but people know folks have died from this. It's a problem.
There's something that's very easy, and the standard should be, if you believe that you need to protect yourself by wearing a mask, then you can do that. If you want people to be around you that wear masks, then you should ask them to do so. But the idea that we've got to bludgeon everybody and pick out that one guy, and because I'm usually that one guy who doesn't want to do it, and he's going to be the problem, and he's the one who's spreading it. No, that doesn't make sense.
But that's not what's happening. It's this countywide
policy. That's why these mandates are here.
Well,
I want to bring Cary into the discussion, because Cary, I want you to take those two separate threads from Nancy and from Phil and put it in context, because frankly, it seems that we've gotten into a metric decision. We have this objective metric that we're following, whether or not it actually makes sense or not. And it just seems that our political leaders have gone down a path and they don't know how to change it, even though it doesn't seem to be working very well. It seems to be working well in the sense that we've been able to control COVID, but in terms of our social relations, it doesn't seem to be working well. I'll give you the last word.
People have to take personal responsibility. That's the bottom line. I'm a service contractor. I would never endanger a customer's life. I try to wear my mask. I just think that that's important. I'm fully vaccinated, but still, I believe we each have a responsibility. The county council said that once we have 85% vaccination rate, we're not going to have to wear the mask. And of course, Sweden has reached that magic number where it's they've got the lowest transmission rate. like I said, if you want to take care of your family, you want to protect your neighbors, you want to protect the society in general, you got to take personal responsibility, whether the government tells you or not.
Well, I think that's the thread that we're all speaking to, is that
Right.
individually we have to take care of ourselves.